For most of my life, the people closest to me made sure I knew I was not enough. You are a misfit. You are not good enough. I heard all these so many times from people who were supposed to love me that I stopped arguing with them. I just started believing it instead. And the dream I had been carrying of independence, of building something of my own, of becoming someone, I actually recognized when I looked in the mirror, I pushed it to the back seat. I told myself it was selfish to want more. So I got busy, really busy. I filled my days with everything except the one thing I actually wanted. But the dream never left me. In every quiet moment, my dream came back to me. The business I wanted to build, the life that I wanted to live, the version of myself I kept catching glimpses of. And because it would not leave, I started to feel two things at the same time. A pull toward it and a shame of wanting it. Because who was I to want it? The misfit, the one who had been told her whole life that she was not enough. And here's the thing about believing you are not enough. You do not just sit with it. You carry it on your whole being. You carry it into every decision you make. You carry it into the way you shrink yourself so that other people feel more comfortable around you. Here's the part nobody tells you. Women do not abandon their dreams because the timing was wrong. They abandoned them because they kept waiting for the people around them to give them the permission. They keep waiting for someone to say yes. And because nobody says yes, they don't give themselves the permission. This is not discernment. That is fear wearing the costume of wisdom. I remember a period in my life where every single day looked exactly the same. I would wake up, go through the motions, and somewhere in the middle of the day, I would find myself complaining about everything. The same complaints, the same frustration, the same heaviness, day after day, day after day. And one day in the middle of the same loop, something stopped me. I realized that the one thing present in every single one of those days was me. I was a common denominator, not the circumstances, not the people, me, my mindset. And this realization made me feel completely uncomfortable because it's much easier to blame everything outside of you than it is to look in the mirror and see the problem. But I decided I would change. I did not make a grand announcement. I did not change my entire life overnight. I just picked up my journal and I started writing. It's now. It's time to change, to be a better me, a better wife, a better daughter, a better mother. I didn't write a whole business plan or some 5-year strategy. And what I understood in that moment was this. Before I could become financially independent, before I could build anything real on the outside, I had to do the inner work first. I had to declutter everything that has been put inside my mind over the years. All the opinions, all the versions of myself that other people had decided for me. I had to fill my own cup because if I had tried to build from that empty, wounded place, I would have carried all of it with me into everything I created. The inner work had to come first. Here's what I know now that I wish someone had told me before. God is not in the business of planting desires in you just to watch you suffer for wanting them. That's not what He is, or that's not who He is. If the desire is still alive, and I mean genuinely alive, not just nostalgia, not just some old habit, if it still carries real weight, then it is alive for a reason. It survived the people who told you that you were nothing. It survived every season of your life that tried to bury it, right? That's not a coincidence. That's not a delusion. That's God saying, I put that desire there and I mean it. Now, let's talk about something we all think when it comes to believing and dreaming for yourself. The years, the time, the age, how many years did I waste? Am I too late? Is it too late for me, for someone like me? I want to address that because I spent a long time asking myself the same questions. A younger woman who starts something brings energy and courage, but a woman who has already been through the fire, who has already survived the people who told her she was nothing, who had already chosen her life anyway, chosen herself anyway, after years of being told not to, she brings something that cannot be taught. She knows what she is made of because life already tested it. The problem was never your ability. The problem was that you spent years surrounded by voices that were never telling you the truth about yourself. And those voices get loud enough that you started repeating them on your own. You are not talented. You are too late. You are not behind, nor too late, nor a misfit. You are simply at the beginning of the chapter where you are finally getting to write your own story on your own terms and in your own time. And you get to be that main character this time. And I want to say one more thing about the dream itself. Pay attention to what has never left you, not what you think you should want, not what looks acceptable to the people who spent years making you feel small. The thing that stayed through every hard season, the thing you feel slightly embarrassed to say out loud because wanting it still feels dangerous after all this time, right? That's the one worth listening to. It stayed through everything they said to you, right? It stayed through every version of you, of your life. It stayed through every moment you tried to talk yourself out of it. And it is still here. If anything in this video stirred something in you, if there is a dream you have been quietly carrying and today you feel it move, I want to hear about it now. Tell me in the comments, and if you are at a place where you are ready to actually do something about it and not just watch videos about it, come and have a conversation with me. The link is below. No pressure, just you and me talking about what's actually possible in your life. Comment the word alive if there is something in you that refused to quit, because I believe there is a reason behind it.